Ricky, you said you wanted to see a big performance from the lads after last night, and you've seen that.
Yeah, definitely. We asked before the game to have 23 guys fighting for every inch of the pitch, and we got that today. Yeah, the conditions were tricky, but what we did show is some real fight and determination to work hard for each other. It wasn't pretty, and it was never going to be in terms of how the wind and obviously the rain was going to affect each half. But full credit to the guys. Like, super proud of the effort they've put in, and they've shown a massive credit to themselves to come through that game and to take us into Gloucester next week.
The scores either side of half-time could have broke them, because they were tough scores, weren't they, against them, but they showed that resilience, and that third score for you was a big one.
Yeah, definitely. I think we came in at half-time, we'd fought ourselves into a good lead, and then obviously to concede just before half-time could have dented them, but it shows the strength of the group. The key leaders stood up. I think our halfbacks with Tom Cairns and Ewan Jenkins on his debut really controlled the game well for young halfbacks, and that's what you look for. I think obviously Jack Inard and our front row obviously came to the fore in that second half, getting us some scrum penalties, which allowed us to get the territory and to get control of the game, and so that was really pleasing.
In terms of where you are now, it's put you right into a winner takes all next week with Gloucester, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. We talked about it today. If we'd lost today, we'd have been out of the competition in terms of how we could progress. So it was like do or die today, and we did that. So that takes us into Gloucester at home. It's in our hands. Really, we'd be pleasing to get another crowd like we did today. I cannot credit the crowd enough in terms of how they've supported us through this Premiership Cup competition, and to get the crowd that we did today and the noise that they brought really lifted the guys. And hopefully next week we'll get a good crowd coming into the Gloucester game. 6
debuts out there today, and it's a big occasion for a lot of them.
Yeah, even the guys that obviously weren't on their debuts, is getting game time in a Chiefs shirt is obviously a reward for them. I think obviously Manny, Greg, and obviously Alfie coming in from Was and settling into a new environment and settled in really well. And what we asked of the guys that come in is that they fight, and they showed that. And Alfie, I thought, was outstanding in and around the contact there, the breakdown of the maul. He showed what we look for in any player, not just a young player as well. And Greg carried well. And Manny, obviously in a game like today, was never going to get too much ball to play with in terms of the attack, which is obviously his strengths, but showed up really well. And then, like I said earlier, Ewan Jenkins in there, coming in from Taunton, getting his first game, controlled the game well. And then obviously Aidan Davis coming back from a long-term injury, was solid in that pack. And then Zach Wimbush, 18-year-old straight out of Exeter College last year, coming in and deservedly coming in. He's played well for Exeter Uni on Saturday. And to take his place, I thought, with all the other players around him, was a credit to the club.
And after, like I say, last night, it was a nice pick-me-up, wasn't it? Yeah,
definitely. I think it's always going to be, any win's going to pick a side up, and if you get 2 wins back-to-back, obviously that's going to build momentum. We need to get ourselves back on track, really, and obviously we're in the change rooms now singing our song after we get the win, and the whole squad is in there together, so that will always build that togetherness which we've had all season.
The threat of Gloucester next week, it'll be a big week in terms of prep now, won't it?
Yeah, obviously, the first team haven't got a game this week, so we've got obviously building in towards Castor, which is a massive game for the club. So there'll be an emphasis on building into obviously the Premiership Cup game against Gloucester, but also to that Cast week. So it's going to be a big week training wise. We'll have an opportunity to prep. We know what Gloucester's going to bring. They're a big game around their maul, so our forwards are going to have to really work on that this week defensively, and then just stopping their ball carriers around that midfield. And then if we can do that, we can then put our game onto them. But full credit to the guys today. Absolutely outstanding in terms of how we played. We've now just got to back that up with a real quality training week and take us into Saturday.
Enjoy tonight.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.